Hey guys. Oops, let's get the audio up here. So basically this is a very interesting game. It's not your typical game where you can just pay a bunch of money and win. Well, you can, I'm not saying that you can't, but there's also a very specific strategy for a free player to play this game. That's going to take some real hard work, but if you want to be good, it's very possible. For example, if you go here on this particular area here where you get to call in races, I specifically traded in my somewhat unuseful 5-star hero for a very good 5-star hero. But you have to have specific ones, and basically your first week is about getting what you can and everything that you can. After that, do the events to the first level, so that way you can get basically I went to 100 points so I can get the epic magic coin. So after that, heroes, and I've only bought a monthly card, which is $4.99, and this is what I've got so far. I'm going to backpack. See? Basically, this is how the game works. Your marketplace is actually a very useful and helpful place. It's actually one of the most beneficiary places you can go to in the game. Your refresh button only costs you 20 gems, which is really good considering all the things you can actually get. You can get heroic scrolls, you can get normal basic scrolls, you can get characters for gold. You want to buy your tokens and your heroic scrolls here if you can. The heroic scrolls are only 150 gems here instead of 250. Your coins are 30 versus 50, and if you buy the 8-pack, it's only 240 instead of 500. So you get some really good deals if once you stumble across them. Now, you can only get 3 heroic scrolls a day, so don't keep refreshing, think you might find some, because you won't. Only 3 a day. So right now I just started saving after I got some decent heroes. The arena you can try as hard as you want, but if you're a new player, don't really hold your breath over it. Try to save them, and try for elite trials is probably the most profitable one that you get, since it actually gives you reward points. That's my kiddos. Tavern's pretty important. You can push this refresh button as much as you want, and you will get heroic events where you get heroic heroes, and you'll get really good scrolls. And this is a really good place for the tavern if you got some gems to spare for refreshing. Now this is pretty important. It might not look very useful at first, but the hero portal does kind of show you all the things that you want, but it also tells you what you don't need for 3-star heroes. So you got a pretty good idea which race has a 3-star that is needed. Then you kind of just figure out what you need and what you don't need, and so that way you can just empty out your inventory of the useless stuff that you don't need. Like for example, this little guy. What's his name again? Ranger, it's not a merman. Okay, merman. Let's go to hero portal, and that was that. So you kind of just scroll here, and you're like, okay, merman's used for this particular hero right here. So now that you've got that, you got 3 of these. Now if I get a 4th one, I can upgrade it to a 5-star. Now that's pretty awesome. 5-star. So I'll probably work pretty hard on trying to get another one of I guess what you'd say another 4-star ranger. But the thing is, you don't really want to upgrade any heroes. Let's say her. She's a pretty good, or a 5-star. Can she go to a 6-star? Is she usable? If not, then it's no reason or purpose to upgrade her to a 6-star. So we go here. She can be used here. So she's worth upgrading because she can be used to upgrade even farther. You don't want to upgrade something that you can't use to re-upgrade something else. So we have the world tree, pretty self-explanatory. You summon, you get shards, or even sometimes a hero. Hero replacement is actually what you really want to look for. I have this hero right here. If I don't want it, I can replace it with something different of the same clan.
More.
Let's see here, and we have Burning Crusade. It's kind of self-explanatory. Go as far as you can.
You want to help me out?
You have your heroic hero altar, where you can self-destruct anything that you don't need or you're smart. In this case, I need all of those. So you just want to dismantle things that you don't need. Campaign, go as far as you can, but if you're stuck somewhere like I am on this particular level, which I forgot to do, you're going to want to go back down to 10. Gives you the most, gives you the best. You auto farm there until you get strong enough to keep going farther. So don't get me wrong, those are decent, but nothing compared to the 10th floor. And I usually think that's pretty much what it is everywhere. I think it's every increment of 5, I believe. So let's check the 5th one out. Yep, so increments of 5. For me, I'm really close to getting 30 shards, so I'm going to stay here and farm that for a little while. Tower of Darkness is really cool. You'll really like this. It gives you rewards, kind of just working your way, and you're not going to win every single time because there's different elements, different surprises. Not everything does something the way you want it to the first time around. Such as if this mage back here on the back row, it may freeze when it attacks, and it may not, so it's safer when it strikes. If it strikes, see, it got frozen. No, I died first 4 times playing this round. Let's see here. And I might actually win this one, even though I've lost several other times. See, it's just, you gotta keep trying. You know you might have lost, now you win. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're going on to the next area. Foraging's really useful, but don't sell any of your equipment. Hey, baby. That is a cuckoo, that's right. So as you upgrade your things, your weapons, you go higher and higher, and they become useful. They don't start off as useful, but then when you start upgrading them, they become useful, and now you got a really good battle axe that you can equip to one of your characters. See, now that's useful. But before, it was just a measly little armor that was pointless and you were wanting to sell. But don't sell any of your armors, just use them for upgrades. Trust me, they come in handy. And your heroes do need to have decent armor to climb the tower. I'm just gonna a little bit up here, upgrading. You don't expect to spend a half hour to an hour on this game. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes here and there. Checking in. Your main point of playtime is when the game refreshes, when everything is updated and you can redo everything. So let's go just do the rings real quick. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, so the last area I believe is, I would talk to you a little bit about just how to fight. Let's say here, battle. If I wanted to fight this particular person, I know how to win this person is by putting my 2 main forces through 1 and 2. And I will win, no matter what. You only need to win 2 rounds out of the 3. So like this person right here, you can tell they're strongest. They're the utmost strongest team is in the first round. So put your weakest team, skip it. And then after that, you can only need to deal with team 2 and 3. If you can win 2 and 3, you beat this character. Very good strategy. My particular strategy is to have my best team last where they can't see it, to where they think my best team is row 2 instead of row 3. Actually, I don't think I have my dragon yet. So I'm going to edit my formation by taking her out and making it a more believable setup here. And basically this game in a nutshell. So again, you're basically going to be wanting to save up your tokens so that way you can get spins. Now these spins are very important. You need to save up your spins for 8 instead of 10 because it's worth to do 10 spins for 8 instead of 10 for 10. Just common sense. Save your tokens. As far as your summoning pool, if you really want to summon, go for it. But let's look at the rate here. If you summon during the actual event, you get 3.2%. If you don't any other time, it's only 0.8%. That's less than 1%. And then you go. So everything here is a very low percentage of getting something. Then you have your 1.6%, and then your 0.005%. So you really just want to wait for the event to come around. It just makes sense. Let's see. I think that's everything about this game here. So again, just save if you want to play this game. And check your achievements. Yay, more free stuff. Alright guys, signing off. Thanks for listening.